This video was going to be our usual style of review on the new Behringer vintage series of USB microphones. Vintage USB microphones? Primarily intended for live streaming, podcasting, etc. But we had a series of epic fails with this video, and we value you, our audience, and we don't want to waste your time. So while we blamed the cat in our recent short for the audio fail, it wasn't poor Floppy's fault at all, and we've apologised and compensated him with chicken. The problems we had with the audio were down to these microphones. So whilst the rest of the original video is presented here as entertainment for those of you who like seeing the cat and fancy a bit of a giggle, here's my honest opinion of these in a couple of sentences. They're crap. They sound thin and awful in their intended position on a desktop about this far away from your mouth. They exhibit huge sensitivity to plosives, if you use them any closer. This one is broken and hums loudly straight out of the box. They're extremely susceptible to mobile phone interference, even when the phone's in airplane mode and some distance away. They look tacky and cheap, and there are many similarly priced USB microphone options out there if that's what you need. The Rode NT1 USB, Elgato Wave and Audio-Technica AT2020 USB being a few we'd recommend. But these are crap, overpriced toys, and in my opinion have wasted a huge amount of our time, and we don't want them to waste any more of yours. So please continue watching if you fancy a giggle, but if you're seriously contemplating buying one of these microphones to up your audio quality for streaming or podcasting, don't.
As Mark mentioned a moment ago, it really wasn't poor Floppy's fault that the audio recordings went wrong. In reality, there were a few software and hardware issues, this bloody thing here, that completely butchered our recording to the point of it being unusable. So there are three ways we can fix it. The first is to film it all again, and the second is to do what they do in the movies, ADR. ADR stands for Automated Dialogue Replacement, although there's really nothing automated about it. The actors come into the studio and literally re-record every word they've spoken, shout they've shouted, and mumble they've mumbled, and as I found out today, it's really difficult. Let's start with the BV4038, the waffle iron microphone. Waffle iron microphone. Looks like a coals that's shrunk in the wash. Despite a debate between my, this isn't a ribbon mic at all, but a back electric condenser with a small half-inch. This is the BV635, and as we can see, you can't rotate. Shit. This is the BV635, and as you can see, we can't angle it vertically. The whole microphone is a reasonably... It's out of f***ing time! Oh! The build quality... This is really difficult. The BVR84 has once again almost Why do I speak so fast? Squeaky chair. The BVR84 has once again almost identical. The BVR84 has almost. And if you get the mic too close to your mouth, then you get lots of P's and B's. Jesus Christ. This is what the back of the microphone sounds like, because I'm hoping it sounds better than the front. Why is it humming? And finally, the BV-BOMB. And finally, the BV-BOMB. And finally, the BV-BOMB.
Is that phone noise coming from that mic?
Yes.
And your phone is off?
Yes.
And mine's in airplane mode, like 20 feet away?
Yes.
Jesus.
So the next time you're watching a foreign language series on Netflix that's been dubbed into your native language, remember that the voice actors have actually had a relatively easy time on that, but also that every single other sound you're hearing has been dubbed by highly skilled and creative Foley artists. Every footstep, door opening and closing, raindrop and bird tweet you hear,
"Give me your car keys now," has
been added after the fact. ADR is very hard to do, as I found out today, so if you'd like us to do a full video on ADR and how it works, and how plugins such as Vocaline can make it a little less arduous, then please let us know down in the comments. Which leads us on to the third way, scrap everything, and we've decided that these microphones, these ones here, they're just not worth the effort, and that you don't need to know anything about them other than they're crap. So here's a ton of flopcat footage from the video, which is always worth saving. And if you're interested in a proper budget microphone at the budget end of the scale, then watch the video that's coming up on your screen at the end.